that something old and got enemy.
Hey, hey, I'm really feeling this energy. Hey, new moon energy. Yeah, new moon energy. Hey, I'm really feeling this energy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, and thank you for joining. Hey, good morning, good morning. Hey, hey, it's a good day. Hey, it's a good day. We winning, we thriving, we growing. Good morning. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, we growing, we thriving, we winning. You glowing, keep going. Hey, good morning. Yeah, it's a good day. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, hold up. I'm really feeling this energy. Hey, I'm really feeling this energy. Hey, it's something about this energy. Hey, show energy, energy. That's why you got those enemies. Show energy, energy. They all love your energy. Show energy. Hey, the vampires of your energy. Good morning, and thank you for joining. Hey, and don't forget, we elemental beings. Hey, trying to save the people from the pain and misery. And it's life is not that hard. We be pulling all the stars while we healing all these scars. Hey, hey, they call us elemental beings. Hey, the Howard Falls on the drum again. Hey, go stupid on the drum. Yeah, you know I like a funky beat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, and thank you for joining. Hey, it's gonna be a good day. Hey, we alive, it's a good day. Hey, you got a job, it's a good day. Hey, you at work, it's a good day. Hey, you at home, it's a good day. Hey, you got strength, it's a good day. Hey, a good day. Hey, today is a good day. You know, they say joy comes in the morning. You better celebrate. Hey, hey, and joy comes in the morning. Hey, hey, like, hey, cause they working with the moon, but we working with the sun. Cause up in our groove, got the demon on the run. Let's go tribe. Hey, we got the demon on the run again. Hey, look, out here acting like a hooligan. Hey, we got the demon on the run again. Hey, we winning, we thriving. Good morning, and thank you for joining. Hey, hey, today is a good day. We winning, we glowing, we working. Keep going, you glowing. Good morning, it's a good day. growing.
Hey.
We stretching. Good morning. Keep going. You glowing. Hey. It's a good day. Hey. Hey. You can make me start again. I'm gonna say something else. It's your energy. I said it's all about your energy. Hey. It's kind of crazy. They all love your energy. Been on a fence since it's a friend or an enemy. It's clear apparently. You love your energy. I get it. It's all about the energy. Hey. Hey. It's all about your energy. You're like, is this a friend or an enemy? Hold up. Yeah, it's clear apparently. Hey. They only want your energy. Good morning. And thank you for joining. Hey, I feel the ancestors.
Slipping through.
Okay, I feel so good in my spirit, and I hope you guys do. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Attracting the life you desire, because it's your birthright. Okay?
Hey.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you guys share the video out. Okay? Hit the thumbs up, bell notification so that you are notified when we go live with more messages. We got a message.
Message. Morning. Grand Rising. We love you all. Glad you're here. If you're here, the message is definitely for you this morning. It's Black History Month still, so in light of Black History Month, we've been honoring our black, our past black people, our ancestors, different people we've been picking, and they have like a spiritual connection to history, not just your regular old regulars, right? So.
Okay, so I am doing one today, and this queen is actually still living to this day. So you can actually find her, I'm sure, probably on every platform. But we are going to start with Miss Isis Brantley this morning, okay? Miss Isis Brantley is still alive and thriving and still spreading the message and the cause, okay? Isis Brantley was on trial for a high crime of braiding hair without a cosmetology license. She was actually being prosecuted by the Assistant Attorney General of the state of Texas. She lost her case but continued to braid hair without a license. And in 1997, 7 cops came into her salon and arrested her, handcuffed her, and threw her into the back of a police car for the high crime of braiding hair without a cosmetology license. Something she has been doing since childhood, something that was her ancestral right, okay? They took her to jail, they booked her, and they strip searched her, and threw her into what she described as the tank, okay? I'm assuming the jail cell, right? She was the only person in the United States to go to jail for braiding hair, okay? She continued to fight, and she didn't quit, okay? She continued to braid hair, and in 2013, after many painful years, I'm going to say around 20 years of fighting the law, her battle was about 20 years, okay? She battled them. And in 2013, after many painful years of trying to negotiate with the cosmetology board, she filed a federal lawsuit against them, and she won the lawsuit in 2015. The state had violated her rights under the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Okay. So she won the lawsuit, and in 2015, the Isis Brantley Bill number 2717 was signed into law, and it freed all natural braiders from needing a cosmetology license in the state of Texas. The victory created the natural hair industry in the state of Texas that is feeding thousands of people currently. She stated, "I fought for my economic liberty because I believe there is a lot of hope for young people who seek to earn an honest living. This vote by the Texas House means aspiring hair braiders from across the state are one step closer to being able to practice an ancestral art that dates back centuries." So, and to do so without the government's permission. So, big shout out to Miss Isis Brantley She, she is currently, like I said, still alive and fighting and, doing what she does out here. But because of her in the state of Texas, you no longer need a cosmetology license to do natural hair. And I thought it was crazy how, she was having to even fight the state over doing something that is, to your natural hair. This wasn't any extensions. This wasn't any of that. This was literally natural hair, something that she was doing, something that we should be able to do without needing the government to control us. So shout out to you, mother. Okay. Isis, thank you for standing up for the people of Texas. Thank you for creating a way for the youth, and we pay you honor.
Isis Brantley.
Yes.
Actually saying I'm doing some spiritual work over a lady, helping her free her. I guess she was trying to free her Ori or a chakras or something, right? But yeah, good work. Shout out to Miss Isis Brantley. All right, so who I picked is one Muhammad Ali, right?
Okay.
Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. And I didn't choose Muhammad Ali because he was a champion at boxing. I chose him because he was indeed the people's champ. Okay? So Muhammad Ali, and we're going to get the why. Muhammad Ali, born January 17th, 1942, a Capricorn. And transition June 13th, 2016. So, of course, we're going to start where, of course, he became the heavyweight champion of the world in 1964. From 1964 to 1970. And then he became the undisputed champion from 74 to 78. So he had a long and extensive career at boxing. Now, the reason why I chose Muhammad Ali is because Muhammad Ali represented the mindset of a person that would stand against a system that was far greater than him, right? Of course, he joined the Nation of Islam in 1960. And the climate of American society in 1960, because I realized a lot of people young connected to this station, the climate was that of racial tension, of course, with segregation kind of coming, supposedly coming to an end. So it was racial tension. It was also cultural uprising and spiritual awareness, right? You had a lot of people running to the church. You had a lot of people still communicating with their, and you had a lot of spirituality in 1960. But what you had overall was a power that had established itself to be so great, known as the United States government. The government was, everything that operated was underneath the government. So what the government said, it was kind of like a dictatorship on one level. They said it was a democracy, but everybody knew the government was in power. So around that time, 4 years later, they decided to draft Muhammad Ali for the Vietnam War. Now, this was the system. You was drafted, you went to war. Simple as that. You didn't buck against the system because it was a crime. Muhammad Ali, he decided to go against the system, and it cost him his belt. I believe that it cost him a lot more than just his belt, but because you just didn't do that at that time. But what he represented at that time was the mindset of a person that would say, rather than value this championship or what they giving me, I'm gonna hold my integrity. Yeah. His reason for not fighting the war was they ain't do nothing to me. That was it. It was like they are not our enemy. And the climate of the Vietnam War, for a lot of people that don't know, they would actually get on the bullhorn, the Vietnamese, and they would say, "Black man, go home. This is not your war. We have no fight with you, black man." They used to say that on the bullpens. Like, a lot of black people speak of being in an environment where they knew they was fighting a war with people who didn't have nothing against them necessarily. And then you also got to realize Vietnamese was connected to their indigenous ancestry, which was darker. They were Jomo. Like Jomo was the indigenous, you know, the Chinamen that we see now, where they were dark at the beginning before that continent became light. Everything in Asia and Vietnam, it was all darker people. So when they seen us at war, they was basically like, you know, y'all fighting a war for you know, y'all are not the enemy. So Muhammad Ali, he kind of reflected that in his action, like, I'm not gonna fight a war that, you know, I'm not gonna allow myself to be involved in it altogether. And him doing that, it cost him a lot. And it also makes me question, where do we stand? Like, how many of us would give up? I see all our stars today, but how many of them would give up everything that they got just to maintain a certain amount of integrity, right? Because till I stand the reason, Muhammad Ali was probably a man that would never be seen in a dress in Hollywood for no reason, right? And not knocking anybody, but it's just a mindset. He had a militant mindset, right? And so we took the time to just honor him today, Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
For, you know, not for being a boxing champion, but for being a people's champion, for being somebody that people at the time can say, well, at least he ain't go, you know, at least he stood for something. And that meant something at that time, you know. So, honor Muhammad.
Muhammad Ali?
Ali.
Okay, good stuff.
All right, y'all.
I heard Jasmine. This could be your name or significant. Divine masculine energy. You could be a man. You could date someone named Jasmine. I don't know. You can have a child named Jasmine. Something about divine masculine. Let's see. All right. We got the Five of Cups in the reverse here. I don't know.
Divine masculine.
Divine masculine. You could be feeling frustrated about something. Okay. I don't know. You could be feeling like regretful about something. Maybe somebody. I don't know. I keep hearing Jasmine. Okay. I feel like it's very important for you to, you know when energy is being projected towards you, divine masculine, because I feel like there's a lot of projection here. You know, if you're feeling like any self-hatred, any kind of negativity, you could be needing to check yourself here. There's something could be being thrown towards you, projected towards you, okay? I don't know. Let's see. We got Scorpio and Mars out here. Yeah, step back, divine masculine. If you step back, you can see something. You know, sometimes we have to step back to really take a look at our lives and see how we feel, you know? A lot of times we don't look at ourselves outside of the box. And I feel like there's something you could be missing here, divine masculine. Number 5 could be significant. You could be feeling like you have social anxiety or something like that. Okay? You could be one of those people that, you know, you desire to go places, but I don't know, you know, when you get there, maybe you feel awkward. Maybe you just are such a good energy reader that, you know, you haven't found the energy that really resonates with you or something like that. Let's see. It says honor yourself, divine masculine. So make sure you're honoring yourself. You know, sometimes I speak about this a lot, having to give yourself credit because, you know, let's be real. A lot of times people are not going to give you the credit that you're looking for. And the credit that you're looking for is not even coming from people. And I feel like sometimes we don't even understand that. The credit that we're looking for comes from a deeper source. Okay?
This is crazy.
So honor yourself.
I think we got the same person. And I don't think it's a man.
Oh, okay. So this could be a woman in her masculine.
Yeah, this is like a divine masculine is a woman.
Okay.
Right? And I got the same 5 of Cups in reverse. Right? And I got the 8 of Pentacles. And look, the reason why I say it's a woman is because, look, it's a woman really sitting in masculine energy on the card.
Won't move.
Right? And I'm going to say this to you. If you're a divine masculine woman and you got a spiritual foundation, right? You don't have to choose to be a part of something that will reject you. Like some women in divine masculine energy, like you might, how can I say this? All right, I'm going to say it in a way. A divine masculine woman that walks in divine masculine energy, maybe manly, masculine energy. Do you really think that you fit in inside certain organizations? I'm gonna say because you could be putting yourself in a position where you know you could be making yourself into a laughing stock, or you could be being exercising foolish behavior. That's why this Eight of Pentacles is being clarified by discernment. And maybe you came to a place where you realize that, because I feel like somebody in regret for being in the energy that they in. You sense? Next time. Well, like I was saying, I think that somebody could be in you could be in regret for the energy that you in. Eight of Pentacles to the discernment, it kind of speaks of like maybe that's a part of yourself that you need to work on. Eight of Pentacles is self-mastery. Maybe you weak in the area of discernment. The number 42 is significant. Age, 20. And then the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you really in a place where you're not really moving forward in this energy, because the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse that's a stagnant energy. It's already slow moving as it is being a Knight of Pentacles, but if it's in reverse and to the allowance, tantric journey, so I don't know, man. It's a lot out here right now. Somebody going through something. All right, I'm gonna say this. Whatever somebody going through, a lot of it has to do with you allowing it to happen to you. So if you're in a situation where you want better or you want things to change for you, you gotta be willing to do better. And you can't really live in regret for who you are. I'm gonna jump out of there.
Okay. I got Judgment to the Five of Wands in the reverse here. There's something that's unfair. Somebody could be doing something fraudulent or something like that. Someone could have tried to scam a person. Someone could be literally suing a person over a scam or something like that. Some kind of get rich fast kind of thing. Okay, somebody made something very chaotic and complicated, and someone's being judged because of this. That's just how everything we do, there's a consequence. So that's what this energy is. Okay. Leo energy. We got the sun out here, Saturn. I don't know. Somebody's going to see brighter days. Judgment is being passed on a situation. I feel like somebody was done unfair. Somebody was not kind. And, things have to be fair and just. So that's what's going to happen here. Judgment. You have the benefit of good fortune. And if you use it wisely, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern. Since what you plant will grow, you're able to experience spectacular events. Okay? I don't know. I really feel like there's a change of events. I don't know. I heard destiny swapping. Someone could have been trying to like destiny swap with a person. That's when a person tries to like live in your energy, live out your life, Maybe, I don't know, maybe you had somebody that, they started dressing like you, started talking like you, whatever it is. I don't know. Somebody tried to rob somebody of something, but I feel like it's coming back to you. Remain disciplined, and we got foundation. If you have children, it's important to remain, to have discipline in the house. It says raise them up how you want them to go. Something like that, right? So maintain discipline, even with self, just trying to be more disciplined, all of us. I think this is a reminder to each and every one of us. Discipline can be very difficult, but, foundation, established family and security. Remaining disciplined allows you to be solid. It gives you an established foundation that is secure. Okay? I couldn't get my words out. Right? So I don't know, whatever you're doing, you're building something solid. I know a lot of things have been done that were unfair. Okay? But I feel like in this situation, there was a total injustice. Like I said, it could be literally a lawsuit about something. Okay, there could be a big lawsuit that comes on about, a public figure or something like that as well. This could be major because I'm seeing something like very chaotic and complicated. I don't know. This could kind of have people torn.
So I got 9 of Swords to the solar plex chakra, and that's heartbreak. That's the 9 of Swords to the solar plex chakra is like, it's not a good feeling. Like, you know how somebody do something to you and maybe it's unexpected, or something come upon you and it's unexpected. Like, see, look at this 9 of Swords card. You see that person? And like I said, so it could be an attack on your solar plex chakra as well. Like, that's when a person is intentionally trying to do something to hurt you. It feels like an attack on your heart chakra, which ultimately it results in being that, but immediately that's an attack on your solar plex chakra. It's designed to knock the energy and confidence out of you, right? And that's the way it makes you feel. Like, and with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, divine feminine, you could be 40 years old, you could be 21 years old, you could have a 3-year-old. Yeah, somebody in a situation where you could be a little bit inactive, you could feel unenthusiastic, especially in the 9 of Swords to the solar chakra. Maybe you experience something, The Page of Pentacles in reverse is like feeling like unmotivated, like, and then it's been followed by the Fool. And the Fool is being clarified by soul time. And I think this is the way you shift your energy. Somebody, you got to take a risk. You got to be willing to really dive outside of yourself. Because somebody, you could be sitting in a situation that's literally draining you. Like, draining you on a constant. This is like constant heartbreak. When you're dealing with somebody and you want them to do right, but they just keep doing wrong, that's an attack on your solar chakra. It kills your confidence. It begins to make you doubt, right? And with the soul time, I think it's a call from your ancestors to sit still. Like, to really, really maybe sit still and evaluate your situation. The Fool card is requiring you to take action. You have to take action with the Fool card. The Fool's energy is basically what's in the, okay, I'll describe Fool's energy to you. Inside of Fool's energy is everything you need to make it where you need to go, and everything that can possibly go wrong to derail you from where you need to go. But the funny thing about it is, if you ever want to make change, you want to move in Fool's energy, because it's the unknown. It is, but it's also an area of faith. And somebody, like, because I feel like somebody, you're in a situation where something is constantly hurting you. It's an attack on your solar chakra, period, point blank. I'm just calling it for what it is. Doesn't have to resonate with everybody. But if you're in a situation where you're dealing with anything that's constantly hurting you, like it's constantly hurting you, right? You're expecting it to be different, but it's ending up the same.
Be patient. That's your answer. You got the Death card in the reverse. Be patient. It says one day, someday, somewhere, another time. Sometimes things happen to us because we need time that we don't know we need. But we need to use our time effectively is what it says here. It says effectively. Doing things effectively, find the right way to do it. Give it your all, and you will see results. Every effective action is a step towards success. So I guess, the answer to your question would be, are you active? on your search? Are you at it? Because if you are, then I feel like, it says one day, somewhere, okay? Something's coming through for a person. But you have to be patient, okay? I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to somebody that you already think negatively. So, like, you already assume the worst. So maybe even me saying this doesn't convince you that things will get better. But I feel like changing your mind, the way you see things, the way you perceive things, will allow you to see that, what you're going through right now is literally for a reason, okay? Some of you guys had situations that were going on in the background that you didn't know about. Some of you guys were stressing over things that were not important, and so you had to be moved in certain ways here, is what I'm saying. Yeah, we got new beginnings. Beginning is here. You could be starting something new. We got memories, reminiscent, dwelling, and bittersweet. It could be bittersweet. You could be at a point in life where it feels bittersweet, okay? We got the 9 of Swords coming out in the reverse, okay? I feel like you've gone through a long, dark period long enough. It's time for us to stand up, to, tell depression, you can't live here. Anxiety, you can't reside in my mind today, okay? Something like that. Taking, gradual steps to be better, because there's a new beginning. I don't know. I feel like if you're stuck in the past, because I'm seeing memories, reminiscent, dwelling, and bittersweet. It's cool to have memories, right? But it's not cool to be stuck there. Because if you're stuck in the memories of your past, you can't move forward. So, somebody's crying for a new beginning. It's here, but, your mind is still stuck in the past. The way you see things is still stuck in the past. The way you feel about yourself is still, determined from your past. And it's like, imagine not being able to forgive yourself. If you can't forgive yourself, how can you truly expect somebody to forgive you? You can't even forgive yourself for the things you've done to yourself, right? So it's time we start forgiving ourselves. Some things we didn't have enough knowledge. Some things we were looking for love. Some things we didn't have the right coach, the right mentor, the right guidance, right? Whatever it is, forgive yourself so you can move forward.
That's right. Got the Ace of Cups to the 4 of Swords in reverse to the 8 of Wands. This Ace of Cups is being clarified by a miracle. You could be 33 years old. You could be 38 years old. You have a 15-year-old. This miracle surrounding this Ace of Cups is a miracle surrounding somebody's heart. And I also feel like it could be a miracle that you really made it through. See, look at this Ace of Cups. What I really see and what I'm feeling is you could be a walking miracle.
Somebody could survive the heart attack.
You could have survived a heart attack. You could have survived a heartbreak, right? An issue of your anahata, which is your heart chakra, has been healed, and it's a miracle. And sometimes when this happens, because let me tell you something, when you're going through issues of the heart, it show up on you. Like when your heart broken, you can walk in public. You can pump fake with a lot. But issues of the heart, you can't fake them. They pour out of you. Like, so I feel like people could be looking at you knowing there's a miracle surrounding your heart, because look at you. Being in a whole space, not being affected by the past, that's a miracle. A lot of people don't think so, but you know how many people transition from being stuck in places of heartbreak? Some people go, when it comes to that, man, some people, they slip away. When they go through heartbreak, they can't quite recover. Because heartbreak also plays a part on your mind as well.
I just heard public humiliation. Somebody could even overcame public humiliation.
That's one of the bigger ones.
Ooh.
That's kind of hard, right? I do see public humiliation. With the 4 swords in reverse, something caused you to have no rest, right? And I feel like that, when you're going through things and you just can't get rest, like, especially things like public humiliation. It's hard to rest,
Somebody walked through it though.
Yeah, 4 swords, but you made it through with this compassion. You know, and the greatest amount of compassion that we can show oftentimes is to ourselves. Like once we realize, okay, you know, I'm not that bad. You know, I still got, once you realize these things about yourself, that's when that compassion kick in for you and start healing you. Because you know, somebody, maybe you done something. Because I definitely see that it's not an innocent energy. You done something, but you just didn't deserve to be attacked the way you were, especially when you done things that other people doing. You know, it's one thing when you do something odd that nobody, but when you put on display for doing things that other people hide, and then the people that's putting you on display, they doing the same thing that you on display for,
Right.
but they hiding it, right? That's a different level.
Yeah.
Because then intuitively, you know, you like, man, this person attacked me and they do the same damn
Painful.
thing. You know, so I see you survive that through compassion and 8 of Wands to remembrance. You remember who you were. 8 of Wands to remembrance is like, that's catching a major download. My 8 of Wands is the energy from up above card. So like when I think of 8 of Wands, I think of people who get messages and downloads. And the remembrance, 8 of Wands is like, yeah, you remember who you were.
Akashic records kicking in.
Yeah, I'm talking about a different memory. Not remembering who you were and like, you know, I'm talking about remembering who you were lifetimes ago and stepping into that power. That's why you got a lot of people reading tarot and doing a lot of other things. Everybody not pump faking. Everybody not phony. Some people are literally stepping into older, you know, they tapping into an older timeline. It's called remembering. Remembering what's in their Akashic record. The record of your soul. Right? And some people heal that way. I'm one of those people. I had to tap into some old energy from, you know, I had to tap into some past life energy to make it through this present day. Because I was in a serious battle. I needed some past life power, you know. I couldn't work with, because people was, you know, I don't know about you, but for me, I was in a situation where people was throwing ancient things at me. They was throwing things from, you know, years and years ago. So I need that version of me awakened, you know, and that happens. That happens often and frequently. Remembrance to the 8 of Wands.
Okay. Somebody could like the color. You can have an adult coloring book. I do. I see that here. Okay.
Public humiliation.
Somebody could be a breast cancer survivor as well. Kudos to you. We got resistant, secret admirer, suppressing, and timid. Somebody likes you, but they're scared. You know, somebody already knows if they step to you that they better come correct because they know you're a healer, a seer, you know. So people know that they have to come to you correct. I feel like somebody's just watching you right now. You could be feeling like you're being watched. It's not a scary thing, you know. I don't feel scared. I don't feel, you know, it's somebody admires you, you know, something like that. Yeah, be gentle. Okay. Gentleness is not weakness, but is a powerful force. Treat the world with gentleness, and the world will be gentle in return. It is like the spring breeze that warms and comforts. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody, you know, somebody could have also watched the things that you've gone through. And so maybe they could be nervous to approach you because, you know they have to be gentle, right? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because look, pain. Okay, and it wanted to come out in the reverse. Apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. Okay, you know, if you desire relationship, make sure you're not blocking people out, because there are people who do like you. Okay, people think you're dope. People want to get to know you. You know, people are intrigued by what you're learning. You know what you're doing. So,
well, where they at?
Well, you gotta be, first of all.
Somebody said, well, where they at?
Well, first of all, you gotta get out the house. Second of all, you have to be willing to sometimes speak to people. You know, if you are interested in something, a subject, a person, or whatever. Put yourself out there. Whatever you have to do. Put yourself out there. Go to different events, right? Maybe go to a concert. Go somewhere. You have to put yourself in environments, right? If you want to be in certain, if you want to meet these people, you have to put yourself in certain environments. I'll just say that.
Yeah, they ain't
Right?
gonna walk in your house.
I mean, even you could go to CVS and meet a divine being. You just have to be out there. you know. So if you're hiding, you can't meet the people that can help you. You can't, if you're hiding, nobody knows you're there, then how can you have a tribe? How can you build your tribe? How
And
can
if you're scared of everybody,
Yeah,
you can't be afraid of everybody. Right?
everybody's not out here to hurt us. There are some very mean people, but there are also some very high vibrational individuals on this planet,
Sometimes when we see people and we give them the title of being dark, you know how we see people, and you know how we think we know how we is. But when we see
We're
people
prejudiced.
and we think that they dark, a lot of times it's because you see some of you in them.
Mm-hmm.
You might not want to admit it, but it's true.
Yes.
Because you wouldn't recognize it if it wasn't present in your fear. True darkness, you will not recognize it. Trust me. True,
Like a thief in the
pure
night.
darkness, like if a person is purely dark, right, oftentimes it may register to you. But it's not apparent as you think.
Some of the
Like
most
real-
violent people I met were very friendly.
Man, hey, how you doing
Hey,
today?
how are you?
Right.
And I was like, they did what?
Right. And you look at the person that has dark characteristics that favor yours, and then they dark. I know they dark. Why how you know that they dark? Because the darkness is in you. You see you in them.
And sometimes it's just, if we be honest, sometimes it's just pure jealousy, envy, malice, like for no reason. Sometimes we are intimidated by people because of, the most silliest things. And we have to learn that, we don't have to be like that. Put yourself out there. There are people just like you.
And if you still allow yourself to go through that, you just gotta grow up. Because I think that we all go through certain things, but the more you move away from being childish, a lot of that stuff, you can learn how to not be intimidated by people. Or if you're a male, you can learn how to not be so competitive. Sometimes as men, I can say one big thing we do, we start a lot of secret competitions in our mind. Sometimes men will compete with people that don't even know you're competing with them. So yeah, just be aware.
Unfair competition with fraud.
That's crazy. 5 of Wands in reverse, unfair competition. Yeah, just being competitive, it's a sign of immaturity. All right, I got this reading is cold. Like somebody cold. I'm talking about cold-blooded, in a good way, not a bad way. The 3 of Swords is in reverse, 4 of Wands to the 5 of Wands in reverse. And the three of Swords in reverse is being clarified by crown chakra. That's head over heart energy. This is a person you're not gonna get a lot past. The 3 of Swords in reverse, it means that they not surprised easily. Done seen it all, done it all kind of energy, right? And with the crown chakra, this is the ability to put head over heart. This is not you are not an individual to be played with, period. When the 3 of Swords is in reverse to the crown chakra, it's kind of really hard. So, kudos to you for being in that energy, because it takes a lot of experience to get to the 3 of Swords in reverse being clarified by crown chakra. Whereas though, your process is different. And then you have the 4 of Wands to the emergence, which is basically, in a stable and sound-minded position where 4 of Wands is very stable. It's a very good energy to build on. It could represent marriage. It could represent matrimony easy. And emergence, I just kind of feel like you at a new place. You went through some things and you grew. And now, okay, what I see and how I feel, speaking intuitively, I feel like you're a person that instead of letting things hit you in your heart, now you process them in your mind before they hit your heart. And that's good because a wise man once told me in life, filter your heart because when things get into your heart, they harder to get out of you. When things in your mind, you can either grab them or dismiss them when they're in your mind. But if they go you filter them through your mind and they lay anchor in your heart, it's hard to get them out.
That's why the Pharaoh had a hard heart. Remember, he couldn't change his heart.
Well, God did that to him. Yeah, the Bible says that God hardened his heart, right? Which was, I guess, according to the purpose. But this right here is just basically a person that you've been through some things and you got wise. Now you're in a perfect place where you can build. Four of Wands is a celebratory energy too. You could like music. I'm saying somebody with a tambourine. Maybe you like tambourines or handheld instruments. And then the Five of Wands in reverse to the dynamic. Again, this is your mental capacity. Not confused at all. Five of Wands in reverse is clarity. So I see you have a certain amount of clarity, dynamic mental. It could be 25, it could be 23, it could be significant. 7-year-old could be significant.
I got silence in the reverse, so I feel like this is good. Okay, you're speaking out. Okay, maybe at one point you didn't say a lot about how you feel, but I know you do now because it comes with the Ace of Cups. You know, somebody's body, mind, and spirit is in total alignment because you're speaking out on things, okay? You could be really learning to speak on how you feel, you know, what you represent, what you stand for. Something about you being patient here as well. Okay.
Bluetooth mode.
I don't know. I feel like you are protected, you know. You could be feeling very supported. I don't know. Something about communication is here as well. You could have majored in communication, English or something like that. Something about your words. I don't know. I feel like you were silenced for a very long time and now you're speaking life. Be patient. You could be waiting on something. Be patient. And we got peace. Whatever you're speaking upon, it brings peace. Whatever you're speaking, I don't know. You could be speaking out against something. Peace and equality. I don't know. Be patient. Be gentle. Things are going to work out. Hey. 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 And that was your message. Hey. Accept or reject it. But keep your spirit protected. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining us another morning. If you would like to be a blessing to our channel, all of our information is on our page. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for rocking with the Elemental Beings, and we'll catch you next time we go live. Elemental Beings.